Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to RuckU News. Welcome to Will's World. I don't know what you call it, Will's Waffle? Or Bumface's Bullshit. Probably that one. Anyway, so news this week. Looking at it, New Zealand, South Africa, we'll have a chat about that. I noticed actually, just looking through the news, England and Wales look to be joining to try and bid for the 2015 World Cup. England and Wales joining, eh? Francis Barron and David Pickering in a room, sort of circling each other. Yeah, how much trust is there in this room? Anyway, so obviously that won't come about, but interesting to see that they're pretending to pitch together. Us English, we would probably go along with the bid and then drop them at the last minute because we're popular like that. Martin Johnson is going to get his kit on again and play one more game in the Help for Heroes game at Twickenham. Great cause. Good to see him involved in that. Some great names. I think that's taking place in September at Twickenham. So good effort, Johnny. I was thinking I might play. Anyway, Mike Tyndall has admitted drink driving, but has cited special reasons. And do you know what those reasons were? And this is the truth. He was driving up to do some work for me at Twickenham. Pissed. Well, actually he wasn't pissed, it was from the night before. But good lad, he got up and he was coming up there and got stopped by the police. Got this call on the phone, got a text, mate, I'm in, as it first, I'm in a police station. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, good excuse, Tim. If you can't make it, you can't make it. He said no, and then eventually called me. He said, no, mate, I've been locked up for 3 hours, basically. So anyway, hopefully, best of luck to him. Other great news I noticed that Toulon, this boy must be loaded, have signed Rooney. It's true. Toulon have signed Rooney. Luke Rooney, though, a rugby player from Penrith in Oz. But it did make me sit up for a while there. I thought, geez, this boy has got a bit of money. Wayne, the scatter, playing rugby. That'd be a laugh, wouldn't it? Anyway, so looking at New Zealand, South Africa. Have to be honest, you looked at New Zealand, quite obvious early on what the tactical kicking plan was, and they did it well. I thought scrum time they were very good. Tight five are very good indeed. South Africa slightly strange playing without two top line props, but there we go. And despite losing Richie, the leg end, loose forwards competed exceptionally well as well. You look at South Africa, still trying to work out what the game plan was. Not quite sure what it was, in attack or defence. The one thing I've always thought about South Africa is their pressure defence is superb. It wasn't. So very disappointed from their point of view. I thought their back row, South African back row, had the edge, probably just slightly, but they had absolutely no support from their tight five, who were unbelievably sluggish and negated everything, any advantage they might have had. So you look at it, score report, South Africa poor, and I think New Zealand improving. So no doubt Graham Henry will be allowed by his wife a little bit more time on his Nintendo every evening. It's a little bit of a thanks. I see John Smith has got very upset about the tackle, and the quote was, I like this, just imagine if Bakis Botha doing something similar to Richie McCaw. World rugby would come to a standstill. No. Maybe a few roads around Wellington might have done, but the rest of the world wouldn't really have given a fuck. Also, I don't think he would have been anywhere near as impressive. Richie McCaw doesn't weigh anywhere near as much as John Smith. I thought he was picked up and done pretty well about Donita. He looked a big boy. So I think you're exaggerating a wee bit there, John, and pull yourself together. Apart from that, Graham Henry is fuming about Dan Carter being roughed up. Come on, Graham. It's rugby, isn't it? Jeez, it's not ballet or anything else. You're not going to be able to tell people to leave off it. Dan's a big boy, got up every time, played bloody well. We'll see what the fuss is. It doesn't work. That's one thing that the RPs probably work out. Trying to rough Dan up, don't work. It's like people used to try and rough me up. Amazing, huh? doesn't work, you know. Actually, Keith Wood, great Irish boy, ended up playing a few years with him at Quins. And it would come as a surprise to you all, I know, that when I was playing for England, was a bit of a target. Nothing to do with talent, obviously. I wasn't anything like Dan Carter, which I say, you know, there wasn't the talent, there wasn't the threat. It was just because I was a dickhead, really. Very unpopular, England captain, so people were after me quite a lot. But geez, I was a coward, I could run. Anyway, Woody, it was great because played against him, I don't know how many times, England, Ireland, and he never got me. Actually, it was quite funny, I digress slightly. I remember going to a box at Twickenham. Woody took me up there after we both retired, and it was the who's who of industry, not being funny. There were some real big hitters in there, the England-Ireland game. And this Irish boy, this is a terrible Irish accent though, but he was very well respected, a very famous businessman, said, Will, he said, did you realise when you came to Dublin, he said, did you realise that much as we wanted to beat you, that, you know, it wasn't nearly as important as us kicking the shit out of you. I said, oh yeah, I was very aware of that. But Woody, all this time, but we were playing at Quins together, teammates, and playing against Northampton. Tim Robert was still playing, and I was kicking at that point for Quins. For, you know, I was a goal kicker. It was a laugh. We relied on scoring tries. Anyway, we played this game, and Tim Robber was taking the ball, and for some reason, I'm not quite sure now why, obviously went to tackle him. Strange. Went in to tackle him, thought I got most things right. Next thing I knew, I was basically being brought round by the physio and the doctor, lying on the floor, not really sure what the hell was going on. Get taken off, a few stitches put in into my eyebrow, and I'm thinking, geez, you know, what the hell happened there? Just went in for a tackle. I had to go back on. This eye sort of closed a bit because I was obviously, you know, kicking and we were playing. So eventually went back on, and I think the only 3 kicks I got that game were with one eye. I told you a bit that. Anyway, after the game, I'm sitting there, got a bit of ice on it, and I'm still trying to work out what the hell happened with Tim Romper. And I look at Woody, who's sitting across the change room with huge ice pack on his right fist. He'd broken 2 knuckles, and I sort of said to him, geez, you know, Woody, how'd you do that? He says, I don't know. He says, that bastard Robber. He said, he had the ball. He said, and I thought, I'm going to get you, you fucker. He said, and I took this huge swing at it as I went in for the tackle. And he said, I hit something. I don't know what. He said, but I bust my hand. And I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, Robber, tackle. And it slowly dawned on Woody what he had done. I tell you what, I've never seen him smile so much. He said, I've had 5 years trying to get you, Colin, you bastard. 5 years. He said, I'm a teammate and I've got you. He said, geez, it feels sweet. Nice. Anyway, see you next week.